Hi there, and welcome to this week's Leading with Purpose Friday Digest. So in a lot of our conversations and videos that we've recorded, we share information about best practices around strategic planning. And I wanted to do a little bit deeper dive today to really focus on, some of the success factors and elements that must be considered in strategic planning. And that includes metrics that you're going to track or basically identify to let you know when your goal has been accomplished. When have you achieved the initiative that you have included on your strategic plan? This could be a percentage increase on efficiency. This could be a dollar amount for EBITDA. This could be acquisition of one new location in an expanded geographic range. Could be a lot of different things, but it calls out specifically what you are accomplishing in your strategic plan. Things like, we want to grow our business. Awesome. I applaud it. What does that mean? If I'm reading that, if I'm your employee and I'm reading that, what does that mean to me? Am I clear on what growing our business looks like? Is it adding 3 new clients? Is it glomming on 6 new states? We need to be really, really clear and specific when we write our goals and when we are executing on our strategic plan. And looking at financial considerations absolutely should be a part of that conversation. It should be a part of not only developing the plan, but careful management and execution of your strategic plan. And at Dame Leadership, we're really lucky to have community partners in our region that we trust in their expertise and the services that they provide that help supplement the knowledge that we can bring to our clients. And one of those is ProCFO. And so I had a chance to interview Ryan Walter and Nelson Tepfer from ProCFO, and I wanted to share just a little bit of our conversation here to give you a little bit more information. Hi, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to our conversation. We are talking today with 2 experts from ProCFO. We've got Ryan Walter, Managing Director, and Nelson Tepfer. He is the co-founder and CEO of ProCFO, and we are so appreciative of their time and knowledge that will help us figure out how to be great leaders and do some really great strategic planning. So welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Thank you for having us.
So I'll jump right in here. And Ryan, please, again, I think it's important to first back up a little bit when we say what are some of the missing pieces. And this is probably a common theme that we stress because it's not about did you look at this metric or didn't you look at this metric? Very often, it's important to think of the framework as do you have what is the insight that you need to be able to make this decision, or more importantly, to be able to execute on this decision that you made. Mm-hmm. At its most basic level, it's like, great, should we expand into this new market region? As for thinking about planning as it relates to this, I'm going to give this as an example because it will help drive the point home. Great. What is it that we need to know for us to be able to make this decision of should we launch into here? We probably need to know some kind of profitability metrics, how much it's going to cost us in cash flow forecasting. We're going to need to know how time it will take to actually do this and what is the return on investment should we go do this. So it's not a specific, well, yes, you must look at this number and this number and this number. It is about making sure before we start this process, we understand what is the insight we're going to need so we can make the decisions we will have to drive this execution successfully. Insight we're going to need so we can make the decisions we will have to drive this execution successfully.
And I think, Nelson, where I dive a little deeper in is those key metrics as well that help us understand, are we moving through that? Are we getting through those mileposts? We had a client once who quite honestly had a wonderful plan that they wanted to move forward on in about 18 months, I think expansion into about 3 regions. But when thinking about it, the first metric they realized was, we've got to actually get some new facilities here. We got to open it up. We got a new facility. And what did they need to do? They needed to make 3 site visits a month. Because if they weren't making those 3 site visits a month, they wouldn't be able to get that facility in place within the 6 to 9 month period that they needed to. So while that may not be on front of mind for most folks, that was the most important metric they had to be thinking about to achieve that really critical strategic goal.
So as you can see, being very specific, being very thoughtful of what your broad goal is, but also understanding some of the stepping stones to get you there, what you might need to consider first, what should be the primary or first priority in your actions and execution of your plan are really essential to success. Very often, a very broad goal can feel overwhelming. And so, carefully and intentionally breaking it into, and that's why we do quarterly goals or goal sprints with our clients in strategic planning, makes it digestible. It makes it actionable. It gets very specific on what you're going to accomplish by when, and always identify who is your champion for each goal and initiative. So I really appreciated the help of Ryan Walter and Nelson Tepfer in this particular video. We'll be hearing more from them in future videos, but I wanted to make sure to remind you how important it is to check in with the experts that can help you, whether it's leadership development, like Dame Leadership, or whether it's financial execution and really thoughtful management of your finances and budgets and strategic planning from a financial perspective. So as always, we are here to build better and more purposeful leaders. Give us a call if we can help. Take care.